Live from the Plymouth Canton Educational Park.
You're listening to Newsfile at 5:30 on 88.1 The Park.
I'm Anuya, and in tonight's news, P-CCS is doing its part to increase mental health awareness, and Schoolcraft College is hosting a job fair.
Now, for the latest news that matters in your community.
Canton Community Schools Department of Student and Family Engagement is doing their part to break down stigmas associated with mental health at their 3rd annual Mental Health and Wellness Fair. The free fair offers families several activities to participate in, including the chance to visit mental health and wellness providers. Guests can also make things at the Creation Station, enter raffles, and enjoy food and music. P-CCS mental health manager and psychologist Kathy Grodas says that people should know about all the mental health resources that they have access to.
And we want to do it in a fun, interactive way because it can also teach coping strategies, stress management techniques, and promote overall well-being within our communities, our school community, and families.
The fair will be hosted on April 27th in Kellogg Park in downtown Plymouth from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information regarding the fair, visit pccsk12.com.
Schoolcraft College is giving job seekers an opportunity to find new career opportunities with their annual spring job fair. The fair will host over 95 employers and companies, including FedEx Ground, Trinity Health, and Wayne County. Potential applicants can bring resumes, talk to employers, or just explore the different companies. The job fair is open to anyone in the community and no registration is required. Schoolcraft College Director of Career Services, Julie Hill, says the job fair is a great way for people to find and apply for new jobs or internships.
Try to just put your fear aside and just come with an open mind. I think it's so much better than doing an application online. Here, you're actually handing your resume to a person. You're talking to them, someone who's actually doing the hiring. I've seen students walk away with a job from the job fair.
The job fair will be held on April 11th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Trinity Elite Sports Center. For more information, visit schoolcraft.edu/events. Cleanup after last week's bridge accident in Baltimore tops our look at world and national news tonight. Crews are working to build a temporary channel around the site of the Baltimore bridge collapse for commercially essential vessels. The Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed last week after it was struck by a cargo ship, killing 6 construction workers. The wreckage blocked a vital shipping lane in the port of Baltimore. UPS is becoming the U.S. Postal Service's primary air cargo provider. It will move most of USPS's air cargo after a period of transition. This comes after USPS's negotiations with FedEx Express ended on Friday after the parties couldn't reach a deal. President Biden is optimistic about his re-election campaign. The president told the Today Show he's been receiving an overwhelming response from supporters while on the campaign trail. He said he believes Americans are so tired of negativity and want things to change. This as Biden is gearing up for a rematch with his political rival and Republican frontrunner Donald Trump in November. A man is in custody after allegedly ramming his car into a security gate at an FBI office in Georgia. Video shows the car's front end smashed as it sits just inside the gate area in Chamblee, north of Atlanta. Officials said there are no injuries and the suspect has not been identified. The White House says it's looking into reports that an Israeli airstrike targeted a top Iranian military commander in Syria today. The strike took out a portion of the Iranian embassy in Damascus. Multiple outlets say the commander in the Iranian Revolutionary Guard was killed in the attack. For Newsfile at 5:30, I'm Anuya. Your look at campus news is next.
Your place for Plymouth Canton Community Schools updates.
It's campus news.
In campus news, congratulations to the PCEP culinary teams. They recently competed in the Michigan Pro Star Invitational. The restaurant management team finished in first place and will move on to the national competition in Baltimore. The culinary team finished in second place, completing a solid season. Congratulations to PCEP's Lightning Robotics. They won their district competition last week with a perfect record of 17 wins and no losses. The team's win set the stage for them to compete at the upcoming state competition. Lightning Robotics also won the first Impact Award. It recognizes the program as a team other teams should emulate. Applications are now open for southeastern Michigan families looking to give their students a P-CCS education through the district's Limited Schools of Choice program. The program, which is open to students in Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, Monroe, and Washtenaw counties will see a maximum of 500 kindergarten through 10th grade students admitted based on available capacity in P-CCS schools. The deadline to apply is April 13th, and more information is available at pccsk12.com. For Campus News, I'm Mihir. Your look at sports is next.
Football, baseball, basketball, hockey.
It's time for Newsfile at 5:30 Sports.
Purdue will represent the Midwest region and the Big Ten in the Final Four of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. The number 1 seeded Boilermakers knocked off number 2 Tennessee 72-66 in Detroit. Zach Edey scored a career-high 40 points and grabbed 16 rebounds as the Boilermakers will make their 3rd Final Four appearance in school history and the 1st since 1980. Edey says he's excited to be heading to the Final Four.
We've watched for the last 3 years teams kind of have this feeling and this experience, and now to be able to go through it ourselves, for me to be able to pay back Coach Payne for really believing in me it's amazing.
Purdue faces number 11 NC State in the Final Four on Saturday. The Tigers are 3-0 for the first time since 2016. Andy Ibanez had a pitch-hit RBI single in the 9th to lift the Tigers past the White Sox 3-2 in Chicago. Jack Flaherty tossed 6 innings of 1-run ball in his Tigers debut. Kerry Carpenter and Jake Rogers both homered for the Tigers. The Tigers visit the Mets tonight for another ball game. The Red Wings visit the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight to wrap up their 5-game road trip. Detroit is winless on the trek so far following Saturday's 32 shootout setback to the Panthers in Florida. The Wings are currently 2 points behind the Flyers for the final wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference with 8 games remaining. Michigan men's hockey is headed to the Frozen Four for the 3rd straight year. The Wolverines knocked off rival Michigan State 5-2 in the regional final in Missouri to advance. U of M will clash with number 1 overall seed Boston College on April 11th in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Pistons are back home to battle with the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at LCA. Detroit will then begin a 4-game road trip on Wednesday in Atlanta. The Pistons are 13-61 on the season. For Newsfile at 5:30, I'm Andrew Stamatakos. Your look at traffic and weather is next.
From M14 to I-94. Your look at traffic starts now.
We've got a smooth ride on this Monday afternoon with traffic moving at or near posted speeds on all the freeways in Plymouth and Canton. That's all for traffic. Your look at weather is next.
88.1 The Park with your local weather forecast.
Expect cloudy skies tonight with a drizzle and a low 41. Look for rain tomorrow with a high of just 48. Right now in Plymouth Canton, it's 53 degrees under cloudy skies. On your source for the best local news, 88.1 The Park. For Andrew and me here, I'm Anuya on Newsfile at 5:30. Stick around, box office is next, followed by Plymouth and Canton's hit music.